Hey, everybody, it's Emily. Hello, happy Friday. And I just wanted to make a quick video to do a little sort of channel update, thank some people for some things, and give you guys some notices about shows that are up and around and what's going on. Anywho, so I want to first of all thank everybody for all of the well wishes while I didn't feel well. It is kind of rare that I don't feel well, and even rarer that I will admit when I'm not feeling well. And this was kind of a challenging one because there was, you know, sort of an energetic or psychological aspect that went along with it. And so it was a bit of a struggle for me. And all of your well wishes and just encouragement to take my time and whatnot were very deeply felt and appreciated. And I also want to thank a few people who went out of their way to really help me. And that is Chris, Brian, Robert, Joan, Marcy, Vanessa, Angel, and of course, Laura, who was with me through, I complain a lot when I don't feel well. And she had to deal with all of that. And some days I was not able to get up or go out and do anything. And she, as always, was here to help me. And I love and appreciate her and all of the others who helped me and sent well wishes. So thank you very much. I also want to talk a little bit about what this was like and what I learned during this period of time, because I think others might be going through some of this. I first of all want to say I don't know what I had. I don't know if it was the plague or just a plague, but I believe I don't subscribe to any of the nonsense testing stuff. So I believe I had the original strain of whatever this is or isn't, or bioweapon or whatever anyone wants to say it is. I don't care. In December of 2019, before anybody really knew what it was, I was very, very sick for about a month. That was the last time that I was sick. That was more like, even though it was really severe, it was like a flu and a cold and being really tired and a lot of coughing and chest stuff and tons of green snot that looked like aliens and other octopus and whatever coming out. It just went on forever, and you'd feel better for a couple of days and then sick again or whatever. But I was down for a pretty long time. Emotionally, I was fine. And then whatever it was seemed to give me great immunity, and I didn't have as much of a cold or a sniffle for 2 years. And then whatever happened recently, back sort of in November, I had kind of a cold that I think that maybe I caught from Laura, and I was sick for maybe 3 or 4 days. And that felt more like a traditional cold, a little bit of sore throat, congestion in the nasal area. Like I had two nights sleep sitting up because if I laid back, I couldn't breathe. But then it was over really quick and I felt better, and I went back to doing everything, including running and whatnot. And about a week or 10 days after that, I sort of had this very strange low-level congestion that settled in. Like it wasn't much congestion at all. It was in the nose and a little bit in the throat, but it was very low level. And I was like, I wonder what that is. I didn't know if it was allergies. That's pretty common here in Austin at this time of year. Or if, maybe the cold wasn't as gone as I thought it was. And that was around for a while. And during that period of time, I had some other stuff going on, but I began to feel very fatigued and just something was off and whatnot. And I finally, about Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, had to really acknowledge to myself that I wasn't feeling well. And poor Laura, Christmas Day was kind of ruined. She made a lovely dinner and I just was not feeling well. And then I tried on Monday to sort of go back and start working again. I did a show even on Monday and Tuesday, I believe, or something like that. And during the show that I had recorded that Tuesday, so right after Christmas with Michael, I just couldn't even put words or thoughts together in the normal way that I did. So that episode has probably gone into hiding. Maybe it'll emerge sometime. And after that, I kind of just caved and pretty much stopped doing things. And again, it was just this low-level congestion, this fatigue, and then some energetic and emotional issues that were just made me feel like not myself. And then came a headache. On about Wednesday, started this headache that reminded me of the headache I had when I had meningitis. And this headache went on for a couple of days until I sort of did a few things, and then things started to clear up. I used a variety of modalities and natural supplements and the kitchen sink and whatever, right? And began feeling better, but was pretty much for better more than a week, just pretty much down. There were elements of this that reminded me of when I had parasites, and elements of this that reminded me of when I had meningitis, and it was absolutely nothing like what I had in December of 2019. So I don't know what I believe about what this is or isn't. But whatever this was nothing like that. So I don't know if the different variants, if they're even variants, are that different from each other. But this one was much more challenging emotionally. The other was just sick and ongoing. And this was like quite a bit of head pain. And then this sort of something feeling off about myself that only reminds me of when I had parasites before. So I've been through kind of a process as I've gotten better and the different layers have peeled back and different people have helped me with different things. And I'm really appreciative. I also came to realize that I was having trouble stopping working, and that had been something that had been going on for a while for me, that really in 2021, I overworked myself. And I got to the point where I was like almost afraid to stop working, kind of like if you stop pedaling the bicycle, you won't be able to start again. And when I finally got to the point where I was so sick that I couldn't get on the computer, I couldn't do work. I didn't get on the computer for almost a week, and I had to just let things go and fall where they would. And it turned out that everything was fine, and that people are patient and whatnot. And that was a good lesson for me to know that it is okay to stop sometimes and to rest. I had one period of time where I didn't think I'd ever be able to do a podcast again. Imagine this, guys. I didn't think I'd ever have anything to say again. Right. So obviously that's not the case. And here I am. But I just kind of wanted to share that experience. I'm feeling about 80 to 90%. I'm back to work, but I'm making sure that I'm pacing myself with my work and exercise and just taking a little bit more time for myself and not putting so much pressure on myself. And I don't know when I went from being a dropout and a junkie to like a person obsessed with work and always worried about doing a good job for, myself and for other people and wanting to, so this was just a wake up call for me. There's also been a lot of stuff ongoing with my family and Laura's family as well, in terms of people in our family being ill, and then the stress and strain, at least with my family, that's developed over finding ourselves on different sides of the ideological wall and loving each other, but not seeing each other, and all sorts of things going on with that. And I think that at a certain point had taken its toll. So anyway, I'm feeling better. I really appreciate all of you guys and the people that helped me. And I'm feeling very fortunate and just kind of full of gratitude going into the new year. So thank you for that. I want to do a few other updates. I have a new email procedure. I have a couple of things going on with email. First, these endless emails from like Czechoslovakian companies that want to promote stuff on my channel, like endless amounts of these. And I've tried to report them for phishing and spam and whatever. Nothing seems to work. So I'm ignoring some emails now, but also it's gotten to a place for me where I can't respond to all the emails I'm getting. And I don't even like saying that because it's not like I get that many. I'm just not a person particularly inclined to email. And I'm getting significantly more than I got before I was doing media, and significantly more than I got up until this year. And a lot of people send me really lengthy emails, and some of them are very, very interesting. But I can't always respond to all of them. And it begins to feel like a lot of pressure. And then it becomes a reason to not want to get on the computer. So what I'm asking people to do, I will try and read as many of them as I can and respond if I can, but sometimes I just can't. So if you are a patron or a local supporter, please send me messages through those channels, through Patreon or through locals. I have that enabled on all those things so that I can make sure I'm definitely responding in whatever time I can to the people who are my supporters. And, other people, if you send me emails and I have time, I'm happy to respond to them. If you would like to be a client of mine for life coaching, nutrition, or storytelling, make sure you put in the subject line that you're looking for to become a client, or if you're having an interview suggestion or something like that. Just put the point, what the subject is in the subject line, and so that I will be sure to pay attention to that. And then I'm also going to, and this probably won't come until February, I'm going to try and make a time where people want to ask me whatever questions they would normally ask me in email. They can come, I'll open a Zoom room and they can come. I really strongly dislike email. I'm a terrible typer. It takes me forever. I'd rather just ask and answer the question in a format that, especially if there's other, I may record those or I may not, but I haven't decided. Other people may have some of the same questions, or if we're going to spend a lot of time with someone explaining something to me, getting it on recording, if it's interesting to use as content, makes that time, work better for me. So I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do this, but I will make a way that people who, certainly who are supporters, but other people who maybe, aren't or can't be for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. I don't think everyone has to support everyone. Then you can come and either ask your question or whatever, because some of the emails I get are really interesting and I don't have time to click every link and go down every rabbit hole. Although what you're saying to me may be interesting. And if you can explain it to me, that's just a better format for me. And so I'm going to be making that available to people. I do appreciate all of the contact and that people want to talk to me. It sometimes feels overwhelming to me. And I never want to skip something that is interesting. But at a certain point, some days I get no emails. Other days I get like 40, 50, 60 emails, and then I just don't even know what to do. So it's my struggle. And I would appreciate if you guys will send me messages that way. Okay, getting down to the business end of things. There's a new episode of Words. It's Words number 53. We recorded it on Monday. Michael Wan joined us for the first hour, where we analyzed the propaganda film, Don't Look Up. It was a really fun conversation. And then in the Afterwords segment for patrons and supporters, Danny and I deconstructed some recent Dark Horse clips and got a little bit into the Joe Rogan, Robert Malone interview, and a few other things there. So the public portion of that with Michael is up on the Rumble channel. Link will be below. Afterwards section for patrons and supporters are available there. I'll have links for you guys to sign up if you'd like to see those things. And then the last thing is thank you to everybody for the kind words and nice comments about my recent video about Novak Djokovic. Learning to do more videos by myself has been something I've been wanting to work on, and that opportunity with the topic that was going on, I just decided to do it. I think it went well. People seem to like it. We're going to be continuing the conversation on Novak Djokovic over on my Locals live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. The link for the live stream will be in the description box below. We're going to go into some of the more controversial, speculative, and synchromistic aspects of the ongoing situation with him. There's some interesting stuff there. And so we'll be doing that over on Locals at 7 o'clock. And for people who haven't checked out Locals yet, you can go over there. It's free to become a member of the community, just using your email address. When you become a member, you'll be able to listen to the live streams. You won't be able to chat. That's Locals rules, not mine. But if you would like to become a supporter over on Locals, I'm going to include a free promo code in the description box below. You have a week to use it, but it's good for a month. And you will have all the content. You'll have access to all the content, to the live streams, chatting in the live streams. You can send me a message, all of that kind of stuff. I think they do require, the credit card number or whatever, but if you don't enjoy it, you can cancel after that month, but you do get a free full month. So those are the announcements. I hope you'll join us over on Locals tonight for the live stream. And thank you to all of you. I am incredibly fortunate to be able to talk for a living, because I love to talk. And thank you for being on this journey with me. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.